Here's how to install our OCAM bull bar for the Nissan Navara NP300. Lay out all the hardware and familiarise yourself with the kit. Remove the engine bay cover by popping out the 12 pop clips holding it in place. Use a flathead screwdriver to push up the pin, then remove the entire clip. Repeat this process for the remaining clips and set aside the cover. Keep the clips as we will be reinstalling the cover at the end. On the top corners of the grille there are 2 clips per side. Use some needle nose pliers to push in the tabs, then slowly pull outwards on the grille. Then remove the 3 Phillips screws along the inner edge. In the wheel arch, remove the T20 bolt and slide the wheel liner out of the way to gain access to the 10mm bolt holding in the bumper. Underneath, remove the 10mm bolts as well as the bolts holding in the factory bash plate. Repeat this process on the other side. Once that's all disconnected, you can slowly remove the bumper by pulling it away from the vehicle. Disconnect the fog lights during this process. Use a trim removal tool to remove the plastic clips holding in the factory plastic shrouds. On each side there are 3 clips holding in the bottom radiator shroud and 1 more clip on the top holding in the side pieces. Use a 10mm socket to remove the factory bumper supports and a 17mm socket to remove the crash bar. Disconnect the radar sensor and cut off the factory wire clips as we will need the extra flexibility to reconnect it later. Then use a 10mm socket to remove the radar pack and its mounting bracket. Remove the factory grille from the bumper by pushing in the clips around the perimeter and set aside for later. Use a 10.5mm drill bit to widen the factory chassis rail holes in order to mount the cradle brackets. Then use black spray paint to cover the exposed metal and protect it from rust, then let it sit to dry. Install the cradle brackets using the long bolts with both flat and spring washers. Grab a mate to help you lift the cradle and install it onto the cradle brackets. Leave everything loose for now and align the cradle to the center of the vehicle, then tighten down the bracket bolts and then the cradle bolts. Remove the two 10mm screws holding in the factory bumper clips along the fenders. Then use a Phillips head to remove the bumper clips attached to the headlight. Attach the front grille support bracket using the factory 10mm bolts and mounting studs. Then loosely attach the grille to the vehicle and mark where to drill the holes, so the grille can be secured to the bracket. Drill out the holes, then secure onto the vehicle using the two 10mm bolts and nuts to secure to the bracket. With the wiring on the driver's side, connect the red park light wire to the orange park light wire from the plug. Then connect the green indicator wire from the grey wire to the headlight harness. Then connect the green indicator wire to the grey wire from the headlight harness, and then connect the black wire to black. If you are unsure which wires to tap into, use a DC circuit tester to find the correct wires that correspond to your vehicle. On the passenger side, connect the red Parker wire to the thin red wire from the headlight harness, black to black, and the green indicator wire to the pink wire for your indicator. Solder all the connections, then cover with electrical tape to prevent any shorts. Use a 4mm hex head to remove the cover plate on the bull bar, then attach the plastic radar cover using the included Christmas clips. Then mount the radar sensor to the bracket using the factory 10mm bolts. And then secure the entire assembly to the bull bar. Note that the sensor mounts upside down on the bull bar but does not affect functionality. Reattach the cover plate with its 4mm hex bolts. Grab a mate to help you lift and align the bull bar while you tighten down all the bolts. Reattach the engine bay cover reusing the factory pop clips. Secure the side wing plates using the 4mm black hex bolts, then use the included 10mm bolt and nut to secure the plate to the bull bar. Loosely attach the bull bar bash plate, then secure the factory bash plate. You will need to remove the front hex bolts of the bull bar plate in order to gain access to tighten the bolt and nut that secures the factory bash plate. Use an air saw or sharp utility blade to trim the wheel guards. Follow the line of the wing plates and leave a little excess to tuck it away into the bull bar. Attach the number plate bracket, then your number plate, and adjust the tension of the side bolt so it doesn't move around in the wind. And there you have it, your OCAM bull bar is installed.